What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back on video. And today's video is anime manga discussion type video. I do really want to talk about this. It's been on my mind for a while, especially with Jujutsu Kaisen. A lot of my subscribers, a lot of you guys have been telling me about Jujutsu Kaisen last year when Demon Slayer ended around 2020. Because a lot of y'all were just like, listen, JP, you gotta check out Demon Slayer. It's gonna take over the streets. It's the future. And I'm like, I don't know what y'all talk about. I don't know what kind of crack y'all smoking. It's like, you gotta read it. Trust me. Make sure you get the volumes before it sells out everywhere and stuff like that in America. It's gonna get rural America, suburban America, and urban America to rock with it. And it's gonna be a big, big anime because of COVID and lockdowns. So I was like, all right, whatever. And I read the first chapter. I was like, whoa, this felt like Bleach. Oh, and then you read on later on, it's like, oh, this is like Naruto, this is like Hunter x Hunter, this is like Yu Yu Hakusho. You have some in JoJo Bizarre references here or there. But, like, I personally didn't believe it until I read the whole entire series. And, of course, the anime's out, and it's blown up very, very well. And, again, there's also a couple things I want to tell you. I will link, like, for example, like, I could tell Jujutsu Kaisen is doing very, very well because during the anime around 2020, October of 2020, I remember people heard about it. It took a while for people, like, kind of to, like, word of mouth and stuff like that. Even not just from anime fans, but from normies. It took a while because people were like, oh, I'm feeling it. Pretty interesting. And it took a while for it to blow up. I remember it took, like, not a while, but it took, like, at least till, like, let's just say, really when Gojo beat Jogo. That's, to me, that's when it was like, okay, this is the nail in the coffin. And I remember a lot of people criticized it because they were like, oh, this is just ripping off Naruto. This is like Team 7. Nobara's like Sakura. Yuji's like Naruto. Fujiwara's like Sasuke. And you got a Kakashi ripoff. Then they saw what Gojo did. It's like, yo, he's able to manipulate the universe, time, space, galaxies, all this other crazy crap with his infinite domain. Then you have Sukuna, which is supposed to be their version of like the nine-tailed fox, supposedly, you know, the devil inside the character. But like the whole purpose I want to talk about this video is that I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be the future of anime and manga going forward. And it's just a lot of stuff I just have to get off my chest, man. I'm in early. I just feel like it's necessary for this particular series. I do feel like out of all the newer series, even including My Hero, Black Clover, Demon Slayer, and, you know, all these other stuff like Dr. Stone, Haikyuu, and blah, blah, blah. This is the newest series that has a very, very high interest level since, like, Attack on Titan. And let me try to explain, right? You have a bunch of series that just feel like, you know, you could just kind of throw away or not. You're not as engaged with it, right? Attack on Titan, when it came out, you're like, whoa, this was fire. First season was amazing. Second season was pretty slow. Third season was the best out of all of them. And now fourth season, final season, it's going to be a freaking masterpiece. But like Jujutsu Kaisen just came off very, very strong from the jump street. You know what I mean? It gave you that old school Naruto, Bleach, you know, feel where it's like, boom, the first episode got you interested. And I feel like a lot of these new series, they don't have that same cultural appeal. Even Demon Slayer, man. I know Demon Slayer is selling very, very well and stuff like that. But Demon Slayer took a while to get people in behind because what I've been told is that Demon Slayer came out like, what, January of 2016, like 5 years ago. But then the anime came out with episode 19 and the animation stuff like that. And it really blew up. But like even when Demon Slayer came out, Demon Slayer took a little while for people to get behind. You know, like, you know, everyone was saying it was a copycat version of a Bleach. That's what it was. And it was just a very, I guess they said very shonen formulaic structure when it came to the first couple episodes. That's what a lot of people felt like. But like with Jujutsu Kaisen, man, this just feels like, you know, it feels like an old school anime brought into 2021. And I do feel like, you know, making it on, if you don't know, it made it on New York Times bestsellers. It's now number 7, the first volume, right? So that means a lot of normies are jumping into this. Because even I was like, yo, when is Jujutsu Kaisen gonna get popular in America? Because a lot of y'all like, it's happening, it's gonna come. People locked down. Trust me, JP, it's gonna happen. It's and I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. And I'm reading the series. I'm like, yo, why is no one not talking about this? You have all these series in Jump. You know what I mean? Why is Jujutsu Kaisen not being put on the front lines? This is a lot better than most of the series they have on the magazine. You know, I don't understand why they're not pushing it. or people not talking about it as much. But I do think a lot more people are gonna talk about the manga once the anime ends, because that's what I think a lot of people are gonna do. They're gonna just catch up to the manga. They're not gonna wait like a year and a half or 2 years for the anime to come out. I think people are just gonna be like, you know what, we're gonna read the manga after all this, because they're just that interested in that engaged, and they're buying and stuff like that. But it's number 7 on the New York Times bestsellers. I'm like, damn, man, that is crazy, man. And then also, if you guys don't know, this was the breaking news that happened last night. Jujutsu Kaisen, because I guess Shueisha and all of them announced it. They sold 30 million copies worldwide already. I remember like a couple weeks ago, it sold like 20, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, 25 million copies. So it shows you people are just buying it left and right. And to me, I wasn't going to keep on making videos about Jujutsu Kaisen's manga sales, because a lot of YouTubers are not talking about it as well. But I just felt like, it just keeps going up and up and up. But I do feel like once it gets to like the $100 million range, or it gets very, very close, I'll probably do a few more videos talking about it. But like Jujutsu Kaisen, man, I think it might be the number one manga probably in 2021. Probably. I mean, maybe Attack on Titan, because it's the final season. But Attack on Titan, it resonates more with Americans than it does with Japan and stuff like that. I think Jujutsu Kaisen is gonna kill it. I think in America it's gonna kill it. I think worldwide it's gonna kill it. But again, I just feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is gonna be the next big thing. And I can see why the Attack on Titan fans or the people in Japan were like very nitpicky with Attack on Titan when it comes to Studio Mappa. Again, Mappa's doing a very, very good job regardless, right? But you also gotta realize what Mappa is that they literally just got Attack on Titan. If it wasn't for them, there was going to be no Attack on Titan. But when you watch the animation and graphics in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's like you could see the passion and the heart when you watch these episodes. And also remember, a lot of people don't understand is that Jujutsu Kaisen had like a year and a half, 2 year pre-production and stuff like that. This is like before COVID. But the problem is with Jujutsu Kaisen, keep people saying like they believed in it and stuff like that, which is bullshit. I don't care, because they said like, oh, volume 2, they were thinking about animated. Dude, you guys would have pushed this out much, much sooner if they knew this series was going to blow up the way it is. I don't think Shueisha knew it was going to blow up the way it did, because when you look at Shueisha's past, where they try to push out Toriko and Jocko Patrol, all these other garbage series, right? And they don't even do the numbers that they want. They always effed up. But when they have the masterpiece or the golden goose, they're just sitting in the back, man. It's almost like Tom Brady. I mean, not trying to do sports, but like, Jujutsu Kaisen is like ranked number 6 in the magazine, draft number 6, 199, comes out and beating out majority of these series that are out now. I mean, it might even be Demon Slayer by the time Jujutsu Kaisen ends and stuff like that. That's just my personal opinion. And the manga just keeps selling, man. It's crazy. So I do think at the end of the day, I do think JJK is going to be the new series. I think it resonates with a lot of people. And also the newest episode with the women and stuff like that. The women characters are written better than even like the MCU characters. I'm not trying to, switch back and forth, but it's kind of true, man. You have a Japanese cartoon or a Japanese comic book that does a better job than writing female characters than $1 billion movie franchise like Marvel and DC, which is just cuckoo to me. And also thing is as well, a lot of the newer series, and I told you guys I give them a lot of credit, they've written the female characters much better than even my generation, right? I mean, the best one you could say is like maybe Bleach, but then Bleach did a lot of trolling, and we're not getting into all that. Naruto, let's be honest, Nobara is way better than Sakura in a heartbeat. And I did like this episode much better than even like what Sakura and like Inu, or even what Tamari and like Tenten. You know what I mean? Like, it's just much better. You know what I mean? Like, when you watch Sakura and Ino when they were, part 1 of Naruto, they were just fighting over Sasuke and dumb crap like that. But when you watch Jujutsu Kaisen, these female characters are beating the crap out of each other just like they would beat the dudes, you feel me? So everyone gets the smoke, you feel me? So I do really like it from that point of view. But I just do think that JJK just has something appealing about it. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but I just know it's going to be one of those gateway animes. And I feel like the reason why Jujutsu Kaisen is doing very, very well is because when you have people locked up in their when you have people locked up in their houses, I know this is messed up, whatever, but when you have people like stuck in their homes and locked up, whatever, you live on the internet more. You know what I mean? If this was like normal and everyone's going back to normal and stuff like that, I think Jujutsu Kaisen will be popular, but I think it will take a very, very slow time. But then like when you're stuck at home, and even someone like me who likes staying at home is getting sick of this. But then when you go on social media, it's like, oh, Jujutsu Kaisen is trending number 4 worldwide, and then you have, oh, it's trending number 1 in Japan. So you're telling me Jujutsu Kaisen is trending even in America and worldwide? So that means a lot of people getting into the manga and anime and stuff like that, because a lot of it is because you're stuck in your home and there's not that much stuff to do. So word of mouth is a lot easier to get around than everybody else, going back to normal. And you just like, yo, you gotta check this out, you gotta check that. I'm like, nah, I'm busy, I got this and that. But when you're kind of locked up in your home and you really can't do much, you got restrictions and governors and all these other mayors and Trump and all that crap. It's hard. It's much easier to keep yourself entertained and really be focused on a newer anime manga series, and a lot more normies to get into it, because let's be honest, the normies like the anime manga stuff too. Let's just keep it 100. They're just not as passionate like we are. You feel me? We were with it Jump Street, and I do feel like as us as anime manga fans, we can't be on the gatekeeping thing, because we also got to use them to boost our manga sales and merchandise and stuff like that. But I just do want the anime manga fan base to hold the normies a lot more accountable. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna read it, you make sure you buy it and support it, and make sure it gets successful going forward, and the franchise going forward. So again, with Jujutsu Kaisen, I just see a lot bright future with it. I know the creator right now, I think he's sick, but is he a girl or a guy? But I've been hearing he's a guy. But let me know in the comment section. Gigi Akagami, let me know if it's a guy or a girl. Let me know in the comment section below. But like, when it comes to Jujutsu Kaisen, I just think he just saw the future, man. I just think he's just like, how do I get rural America, suburban America, urban America, and everybody else on board? Let me just rip off this, that, this, and that. And even if you look at the exchange event is a blatant rip off of the tuning exam. It's just executed much, much better. And I do think that when it comes to the exchange event, you guys gonna see, man. I read the manga. You guys gonna be very, very happy, and I just think it's gonna just blow up on Twitter like every Friday. You feel me? And we only got like 7 more episodes left until the anime's first season done, and then after that, My Hero Academia comes out. So again, this is a great year for anime manga. This is a great year for Jujutsu Kaisen, and I feel like Jujutsu Kaisen is gonna fill that Demon Slayer void that a lot of people is. But I do think Jujutsu Kaisen is gonna be much more appealing and gonna go a lot longer and be a lot more powerful than Jujutsu Kaisen. And I do want to say, out of all the manga anime series, I feel like this is the series that has benefit from COVID and being locked down, because you could say Demon Slayer, but Demon Slayer came out 2019, stuff like that. But Jujutsu Kaisen came out October 2020 anime. It has the dub on HBO and Crunchyroll and stuff like that. So I do think technically Jujutsu Kaisen is literally the series that you could point to and say, this is a series that has benefited from the global race war, the pandemic, the recession, the election, the Capitol riots, all that. During all this hell, it's still able to make this money and break all these records during all this crisis. So again, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below. I know this is a very long video, but I feel like it's very, very necessary. Tell me what you guys think about Jujutsu Kaisen. Do you think it's the future anime manga? A lot of people calling it the Tom Brady of anime and manga. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's going to be the Tom Brady of anime and manga? Do you think it's going to be future? Do you think it's not going to be like that? It's going to be overrated? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care. And make sure you guys all stay safe.